on in here. Oops, I spilled my coffee. I wiggle too much when I wave. Anyway, come on in. For those of you just getting here, stick around to the end. It's going to be fun. We're going to talk about our bears, my brother-in-law, my sister. Hey, Sister Dina, can you tell I'm using my daily routine of my good stuff? Y'all get on in here. Yep, it's a holiday. Well, I think it's more like a day of remembrance for Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. A lot of people are home today. That's why I kind of decided to, I got Robert's coffee. It's good coffee. That's why I decided to, just jump in and talk about Dr. Martin Luther King. When Patty and Dana and I grew up, we grew up 100 miles from where Dr. King was assassinated. And when that happened, it was a pretty rough time in our country. And I remember him. I remember him speaking. I remember the marches. I was about 12. But he made a big impact on my life. And we quote him quite often at Fly Lady because he talks about you don't have to see the top of the staircase to take the first step. And that is a powerful visual of somebody just jumping in and taking a baby step. And Michelle and I were in Houston one time, and we were at Joel Osteen's gift store because we'd listened, and that's what the morning music is all about. But we had been to the gift store, and I found this little plaque. And faith is taking the step when you don't see the whole staircase. And that's a quote from Dr. King. And I loved it because you just go up one step and one step and one step and one step, and before you know it, you're at the top of the staircase, and you didn't even realize you just went up. You didn't take a full leap like Neil Armstrong said, a giant leap for mankind. You took one step, one little 6-8 inch step to go up. Little steps. Let me get something I printed out, and it's sitting in the printer. Hold on. Don't run away. Don't run away. Let me put my microphone back since I left mine at Ben's. It's cold here. That's why I got my hoodie on. Well, it's not a hoodie. It's a hooded shirt. A jacket. Now, Liz posted on Facebook yesterday what people had gleaned from flying. What they had, I don't know how she worded it, but it was a lovely post. And this morning, for me to see, she posted all the responses. And there were a lot of them. And this all comes from, but first, let's get to our baby steps. Where's my baby step book? We got to do our baby step this morning. And it's day 20. And day 20, laundry stands in the way of flying. Doing a load a day keeps Mount Washmore away. Don't you know that's the truth? Nothing says I love you like clean underwear. When you do a load of laundry a day, you eventually have to start looking for things to wash. And doing a load a day is going to change, from start to finish, a load a day. I'm trying to find tomorrow's so I can get it ready to go. This is the Do It Now principle kicks in. Day 21 is tomorrow. But today we're talking about baby steps. And, we have this book, The Chaos to Clean in 31 Easy Baby Steps. Well, imagine each one of those steps is part of your routines. Just those simple steps going up, 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 up. And I took this off the wall and it was barely stuck, so I'm glad I took it off. But you step out in faith. You join this. You've seen me on Facebook or Twitter or YouTube, and you join our little group, and before you know it, you're shining your sink, and you're getting rid of clutter, and things are changing in your home like you never dreamed possible. And here's some of the responses from the post that Liz had yesterday. Home is company ready. Isn't that such a joy that you don't have to run around the house cleaning like a maniac to have somebody come in or come over or have dinner? She's less overwhelmed. When we get overwhelmed, our whole body's shut down. And I think it's our perfectionism that causes us to be overwhelmed. So when we can let go of this perfectionism, we can find a path, or shall we say a staircase, to what you've been searching for. A staircase. I think it was who was it? Led Zeppelin, Stairway to Heaven. We got a stairway to peace. A stairway to peace in our homes. Okay, next one. Feeling less overwhelmed is a powerful result of flying. It has helped me cope with multiple tragedies. When your routines are in place, you have the ability, they're on automatic pilot, so you can do the other things that need to be done. Your routines have you ready for anything. The feeling of peace when my bed is made. There's nothing better than walking back in your bedroom and looking and seeing this beautiful bed that you made this morning and you didn't even realize you did it because of automatic pilot. Setting my morning and before bed routines have made my life more manageable. Imagine that. You're managing your life because you have a routine in the morning when your feet hit the floor. You go through these motions, these actions, not just think about them. You do them, and doing them changes your home. Setting my timer helps manage my time and consistency better. The beauty of a timer, it's like mail saying 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off. Well, our timer, when we set it, gets us up and it starts counting up to 2 minutes. When we set this timer, but it also tells us when to stop, because we're the people who go, well, if a little bit will work, then I'll do a whole lot. And we crash and burn. And what happens when we crash and burn? We throw our routines out with the bathwater. That's what we do. Next one. Totally changed my attitude to happy, cheerful, and hopeful. Well, maybe her attitude changed and her house became more clean. Which came first, the chicken or the egg? Was it you changing what's in here We got to change our mind. That's the body clutter that we have in our brains. When we change our attitude to happy, cheerful, and hopeful. You know, my favorite Bible verse is Hebrews 11:1. Faith is a substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. When we have faith that this system, this Fly Lady system, will work, when we're stepping out, taking the baby step, each step is going to change our lives and change our homes. All we got to do is take the step. All we got to do is take the step. We had a big party one time in Yahoo threw the party for us in Dallas, and I do a meet and greet afterwards. So we have a big event, and this girl came up to me, and she had on little ballet slippers, cute little ballet slippers, and she says, "I have to show you this." And around the edge of where the ballet slippers were on her feet, she took her shoes off, and she had tattooed "Baby steps in the curve will get me there. Baby steps will get me there." And I still have a picture of her little feet with her little tattoo. Right, it would sit right underneath her shoes, but she knew. She'd look at her feet, and they would tell her every day, "Baby steps will get you there." Having a home not perfect is good enough. How beautiful is that? It doesn't have to be perfect to bless your family. Getting dressed to lace up shoes seriously tells my body it's time to do work. Well, I don't like to call it work, but it tells our body we can get up and bless our home. Just that simple. Housework done incorrectly still blesses my family. You know, even if you half mop a floor, half of it's mopped. You know, average is average. You don't want. Here's what perfectionism is. Let me explain this. Most all of us are perfectionists. From the day we were born, our parents told us, if you can't do it right, don't do it at all. And guess what? We listened to them. We listened to them. So if we didn't think, and here's the part that was left out. When we say, "I don't have time," what we're really saying is, "I don't have time to do it right." Now, that whole attitude is perfectionism. So when we let go of that perfectionism, we can find the peace that's good enough. The peace that comes from 2 minutes. It's amazing. My control journal helps. However, I call it my life binder. Well, it is. You know, when you start laying bricks and you have to put mortar in between them, laying bricks, that binder, that mortar is the binder. That's what our routines are. Our routines, when we get up in the morning, that binds us from our bed to up and doing something. It's that routine that makes it happen. It's that baby step. It's that simple. I learned when to stop. That makes getting started easier. See, we're so wrapped up in crash and burn and push until we have to get it right, and we don't have to do that to ourselves anymore. All we got to do is take a baby step, do a routine. A baby step is one part of your routine. And when you string them into a dance step of your day, it's like having fun. I learned, let's see, I love the calendar. It keeps me organized. Okay, folks. The calendar is on a flash sale. $12.95. The little one is $6.95. I already put it in my bag. $6.95. It's a flash sale. It ends at midnight. So don't wait. Don't wait. And get your tea while you're at it. Let's see. Saving money and having meal plans. When you have your meals planned out and you put it on your calendar, everybody knows what's for dinner. You know, isn't that the one thing you hate to hear from your family? What's for dinner and you have no plan? Well, having a plan is going to help you more than anything. And it's going to help you save money. It helps knowing I'm not alone. And I can do this while taking baby steps. Did you know there are millions of others out there that are taking the same baby steps you are? The same baby steps. Going right up the mountain. And it's just simple little steps. That's it. Simple little steps. Okay, where's my list? I got more. You know, not feeling alone in the world, like you're the only one that lives this way. You know, my first book, where's Sync Reflections? Let me find my Sync Reflections. Sync Reflections. Here we go. This is my first book. Let me find the dedication page. Here we go. This book is dedicated to you who have suffered in silence, thinking you were the only one in the world who lived in chaos. Imagine that. You're not the only one. Look how many people are on here with you. Look how many people are on our Facebook page and our constant contact list. You have friends. Okay. I'm more motivated to accomplish more because it doesn't have to be perfect, just done. How cool is that? Just because you only have to pull 5 things out of your refrigerator to throw away, you'll clean it out. It's really weird like that. Okay. Now this is a good one. I actually spend less time cleaning with the routine, and my home looks so welcoming. When you have your routines, you don't have to think. You don't have to stop and think, what's next, what's next, what's next. You just do it. Okay, next one. My clutter is being downsized, and it makes me feel amazing. When you have less stuff around you, you can actually breathe. And it's so wonderful. You can, as your rooms get decluttered and you have space. Now, I surround myself with the things I love right here. This is my little spot. I have a wall of wonderful things over there that I look at. And then I have my things right here. And these are things that I use during our little podcast every day. I pulled this off my wall so I could show it to you because it's Dr. King's we're celebrating Dr. King's birthday. My, when you downsize, I like to imagine moving into a tiny house. What would I take? It's like reframing it. I choose to live in a tiny house, and it's as adults, we as well from children, we have our bedroom. When we live at home with our parents, we had our little bedroom, or we shared our bedroom with somebody. And then we move off and go to college or get our first apartment, and in our dorm room, it's small. You're sharing it with somebody else. You don't have a whole lot of storage, so you take advantage of every little bit of storage you can. And you're organized. And then you get your first job, and you go out into the world and you get an apartment, and you're a little bit bigger. And then you get married and you get a bigger apartment, or you get a condo, and you just keep increasing and increasing. And then as you get older, you're going to, like my grandmother, she moved into assisted living, and she took just what furniture she wanted. She didn't really have a kitchen. She had a sink and a microwave. And there you had it. You go from one stage of life, but it's thinking about having less, getting that mindset of having less and playing the game. I'm going to move into a tiny house, or I'm going to move into my she shed, or I'm going to move into the mother-in-law suite. Think about it. When you downsize, you just take what you love with you. And sometimes you have to downsize what you love to the bare necessities. I'm so thankful to have about 12,000 pictures on my phone. Oh, let's see. I enjoy cleaning. Can you imagine that? Enjoying cleaning? I enjoy cleaning. It's like the house cleans itself. That's what your routines do. Every single day, you're going through the motions of your routine, but that routine is the engine that keeps your home company ready all the time. Who would have thought having just a shiny sink, your stress levels decrease so much? Duh. It was the Holy Spirit that said, go shine a sink. You only need to practice one habit this month. Shine your sink. And boy, it changed my life. And it's changed yours. You can do this. And the last one here, and these were in no certain order. Your daily videos and encouragement keeps me accomplishing more. Well, I'm just helping you get rid of the body clutter that's in here. Just this little bit of gray matter that kind of interferes, and it's the perfectionism that interferes with your life. And if we can eliminate this perfectionism, it's going to change everything, every single thing. So, folks, take a few minutes today to read about Dr. King. If you don't know who he was or what he did in his life, he died at a very young age, 39. You know, I was 43 before I figured out what I wanted to be when I grew up. 43 years old. And it was because I got my house in order. I took baby steps each month to practice a new habit. January was shining your sink. February was decluttering 15 minutes. March was getting dressed to lace up shoes. April was making your bed. May was moving just a little bit. And we like to do steps. Going up and down the stairs, that's good exercise. You don't even need a stepper for that. June was drinking your water. And I packed it up already, but let's see. Our water bottle. And it comes in seafoam green and navy. This is a great water bottle. It's insulated. drinking your water, we practice the habit in June, but you need to do it all the time. Double walled, powder coated, big enough to put ice cubes in, and a lid that doesn't get lost. Look at that. And it'll hook. You can carry it with your thumb, or you can hook it to your backpack. It'll stick in your purse, and it gets out of the way. So get your water bottle. We got a coupon code that is back to the number 2, basics. Back to basics. Okay, let's see. And that's my list. Tomorrow we'll do weekly home blessing. And I'll do it from Ben's house. I just got a